go over to the Abbey farm. I'm not gonna check the greenhouses right now. I'm pretty sure there's nothing back there. I'll do it later. Ring the doorbell.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
We got two things to talk about. This and you. Since Rory wouldn't know anything about this, so let's just talk about the bag.
Seen this anywhere before? Nope.
Invigorating.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Alright. Let's go on back. Gotta head west. And head west again. Go to the pub. Maybe she would know something about Josh, though I guess maybe not.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Okay, let's ask.
Did you know about Paul's money stealing at Atlas?
Are you talking about a particular incident or just in general?
It's something he did on the course. Stunt.
And what did he do exactly?
Oh, well, he pretended to steal from the students.
That doesn't ring a bell. Paul's stunts usually involve throwing fancy dress parties with scantily clad girls or women dressed as nurses. That's his usual fetish.
When was the last party he threw?
Sometime in the summer. I didn't stay long.
Not exactly what I expected, but okay. Well, we'll get back to
Be
that.
back later on, if that's okay.
Out we go. North Lane. I still do not have a light source. You think a light source would be easy enough to obtain? But no, I don't have one, so I can't look at those back areas yet. There's like some big secret back there too. Anyways, let's talk about
Ask you a
parties.
couple
Whatever
more
the fuck we're
things,
talking
please.
about. You. I mean, of course, Simon here would know about it because he's part of the course.
What do you know about Paul stealing money from students? Part of a stunt or something?
What, did he do that? I've never heard about anything like that. No, it might be part of the risk-taking thing, though.
Explain that.
Well, it's part of the course. You have to do something dangerous or risky, something you wouldn't normally do.
Something dangerous?
Well, not dangerous, just risky. Like saying something you wouldn't normally say to someone, or doing something unusual.
Like stealing from other students?
Well, we didn't do anything like that, but you have to tell everyone at the end of the course anyway. And you're not allowed to do anything that would hurt or offend anyone, or you're not allowed to do anything really bad. It's all pretend, really.
It seems a bit odd for a business course.
It works, though.
Huh. Well then, let's interview
Okay,
Emma.
that's it for now. Thank you.
And you.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes, I have.
What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
So you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes, I went there for a few months after college and I left because I hated it. And I didn't know Atlas was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon know that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I didn't say anything.
So he doesn't know you went to Third Eye?
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it.
What sort of things?
Oh, just stupid things. Nasty things to prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty. And it was horrible. That's why I left.
And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
Okay, well, obviously, there's I was trying to point out this contradiction here, though maybe it's no longer a contradiction because she said it herself. I think it's on the Atlas thing. I've been to a similar course before. I mean, that's probably not gonna get anything. So third eye when Paul pulled the stunt? Alright, let's see. Is there anything that contradicts here? Joined third eye after leaving college. Was at third eye when Paul pulled the stunt. Simon's no. Emma went to third eye. Claims third eye was abusive. Third eye has stopped its abusive acts. I feel like there's more there, but I'll come back later.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay. To go deeper into the woods there. Nothing here, which means I'll teleport. Yep. Don't know if there's anything I can do at Atlas at the moment, but hey, I'm here. Oh, she said she was on holiday that night? Right! I need to go talk about it, right. That is definitely a contradiction, because she said she was on holiday, but she would be there, because that Paul ceremony thing was the same night that Liam died. Right, you're correct. I will do that after I'm done checking this. I forgot about that, overlooked that fact. Hey, Emma. We think you're lying.
Look for Emma. Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
I realized something. Was that third eye when Paul pulled the stunt? These contradict. Yeah.
Aha.
So, you witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening.
I must have got mixed up.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night?
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
It was the stupid course, wasn't it?
Go on.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and then that thieving thing happened, and so...
Take a breath, Emma.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Why?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face. And no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there. And they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
And what did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said, but I really don't think you caused Liam's death. There's always more to these things than meets the eye. It wasn't your fault.
We can't tell Simon, please.
Simon doesn't need to know. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Poor Emma. I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
But of course, since it's 9 p.m., it's time to reinvestigate everything again. Also, I like the song playing right now. Yay. Let's start the investigation. Start off by the Emmy farm. Let's also investigate the greenhouse stuff for the moment. Up the steps. Just make sure there's nothing around these areas. Yeah, I hope this game is like a really crazy ending. I don't know why I want it to have a crazy ending. Not just cop the bad guy. I want it to be something like really crazy. Anyways, there's nothing over to these parts, so yeah. try to talk to James.
Ask about a
here.
few more things, please.
Okay, I guess all about this. And I guess nothing. That was guilt.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Got more to investigate. Let's head out. How about Brandon? He would know
Couple
about
more
Emma's
questions,
guilt.
if that's okay.
Yep, Emma's guilt.
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything. I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was. That's a decision she took herself.
So you didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
Hardly knew Emma. I feel that's not right. I feel like he's lying about that for two reasons. A, Emma's kind of doing his son. Second of all, he really doesn't seem to like Simon. And what reason would he have not to like Simon? Simon is one of his students for the new Atlas. He gets money from him, so why wouldn't he like Simon? Maybe because he's between Ryan and Emma, so that's why he wouldn't like Simon. So we'll get more into that later. He gave out. You're right. Let's talk about it. Maybe
Few
he
more
gave out
questions,
necklace.
please.
Yep. All right. You're right. I forgot about the necklace thing. Buy a necklace for a student. Hardly knew Emma. Yeah.
Aha.
You're right, because he probably bought the necklace that he gave away.
You say you didn't know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking, and I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women. It was a stupid mistake, but that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party. Emma was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Well, I feel like you could dig deeper on that. But we'll be in touch.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Let's go to the theater. Actually, there's one thing. Because I'm a completionist, let's look behind the house. No. Continuing to the center. I'll go investigate here first. Now is there somebody finally in the fucking restaurant? What? Okay. One day. Let's go ring the bell. Ding.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
She won't know anything about it. Okay, I'm
Be
leaving.
back later on, if that's okay.
Oh. You know what? I should probably save my game. On account think we've saved at all since we started. What if we accidentally closed the game? It says that we're 52% of the way through the game, by the way, and we've made 2 phone calls and 0 cheats. I didn't realize you could pause your game like this at any time. I'm dumb. No events, contradictions. I guess if we get so stuck, there's a cheat option. Okay. Resume game. How do I access that, actually? I don't know, I pressed something. And it just appeared. Not that button. Oh, it's that button, okay. Don't know why I didn't figure that till now. Alright, let's resume and leave. Let's go behind the pub. I am eventually gonna find a fucking light source. And when I do, we're gonna look behind that shelf. It's gonna fucking happen. It's not yet, because I don't have a light source yet. Out the window we go. We'll always stop right over here. But there's nothing. It says this place opens at 8 p.m. That's apparently a lie, but okay. It's now 9 p.m. No such luck. Go to the lodge. I don't think I have anything to talk to these characters about, but I'll see if anything triggers.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Jenks has promised not to discuss this with Simon. Yep, I was about to say.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Nothing here. Didn't think so.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
You would think that you could maybe craft a torch with the burning ritual doll, but that's not apparently the answer. Not to mention I can burn the whole building down, so whatever. Time to make our progress this way. I do like how it's becoming more progressively night-looking as it goes on. I know they're just using filters, but it looks nice. Though it would, unless of course it's like really. Did I see a whisper? Fuck. Ran to the woods. This is where she died. That's a little odd. Let's go back to the junction. I guess they'd be done with their seminar now, maybe. So maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Enter the Atlas building. Oh, it's time to investigate here. The new boxes. Let's take a look.
That'll come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
Speak of the fucking devil. We'll get to that. Sign over here? No. Well, turn to the door. First, I'm gonna see if there's anything to do here. Try the door on the right. Can I see more ritualistic stuff? Oh, it's gonna be all clean. I'm gonna be sad. I want to see more of the ritual. That was kind of creepy, actually. Visually interesting. Alright, let's try the lounge door and talk to Ryan. Hey, Ryan! Ryan! There you are.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
We have a lot to talk about. Okay, let's start with the doll and move from there.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager, and they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past. particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Now, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band?
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called Something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage.
Try cross-dressing.
Okay, next.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dan decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
Stunt not related to Liam's suicide. But didn't he say earlier, am I wrong? No, I guess he didn't claim that, so it's not contradictory. I'll check anyways. I'll get back to that. Anyways, let's observe more.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticizing Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
Witness Emma's criticism of Liam. This is where the contradictory element, I think, is. No, it's not. I remember him saying it wasn't there or something. Maybe I'm just thinking something else entirely. I'll get back to that. And of course, I'm not going to ask about that. I do need to investigate that still.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
We'll definitely be back later. For now, we're going to quick travel to get to our fantastic place that we need to go here. We're going to finally see what's behind that bookshelf. It's got to be great. It's got to be something cool. It's probably just something like, I don't know, I'll find detergent. But at the moment, let's use it. Or a note.
Well. And there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
Let's leave the building. So photos of a car spray painted to say devil worshippers in the symbol. Well, I guess we gotta go around asking about that one. How about to the restaurant? Restaurant still has nobody in it. Who even eats here? Alright, let's...
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about this.
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. Ugh, whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
I can just imagine Ryan's reaction is like, devil worshippers? Well, I guess I am a devil worshipper. So, still though. I'm gonna prosecute for it. I will come back to
That's
that.
all for the moment. Thank you.
Leave the pub. Wait. Give me a second. It's coming back into the pub. Just need to check something. It's just a minor thing. I have to check
More
with
questions,
everybody.
please. Thank you.
Did she claim she didn't ever see the symbol on the mask before? Nah, didn't say anything.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Sure, save my game. That's not what I meant to do, but I'll roll with it. And then go back. This way and yay. Let's go behind the house. Yarp. Actually, you know, who's not to say I wouldn't find more in the garage? I mean, I don't think I would. But who's to say that I couldn't find more in the garage? Okay, never mind. Guess not. Back to walking. It just says I'm squawking. Brandon! Are you a devil worshipper?
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Let's roll with it.
Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
Do you know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Let's go west down the lane and try the Abbey Farm. Still things to check out. Ring the doorbell.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
And talk about this car.
Know anything about these?
Nope.
He gives the most invigorating answers.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Probably be back later.
makes it feel worthwhile. Back over to there. And because I can fast travel here. Let's talk to these two about
Ask about a
Ryan's
few
car.
more things, please.
Have you seen these before?
No. Don't know the car.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
I don't trust anything Emma says anymore. But whatever. Exit the Rudo.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I'm actually gonna walk through the woods, because it's always nice to have a good old hike through the woods. And also just checking little corners to make sure nothing's changed as I go to ask Ryan about his car. Ba-da-da-da-dee. Nyarp. Deeper into the woods. Yes, yes. Oh my. Twist and turn. Here we are. The Atlas Estate. Let's go to the corridor. Just make sure there's no one or nothing in here. Fair. Yeah, about what I expected. Nothing in the door on the right, I think. Somebody's asking me I always say Nyarp. Do I always say Nyarp? If I do, it's not consciously. It's probably the same reason I say Yai and Yar and Hoi and such things. Anyways,
A couple more questions, if that's okay?
Do you know what these are?
Oh, yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find those?
At the pub. You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course, very strange girl.
And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And she asked for a refund. I declined. And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a very odd girl, Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I have no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right. Thank you.
The end of the road is finally given purpose. However, mask. We'll get back to that? Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Time to teleport.
Could that be where Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
I believe so. I'm happy it finally has a purpose. Let's meet this Lisa character. I didn't actually expect us to meet any new characters before the game was over. Seems like we have a pretty well-established cast, and no one's even mentioned Lisa so far. But here you go, new character, Lisa. Let's roll.
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long. Thank you.
I'll just go in here, yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine?
No.
Right. Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
What do you want to know about Atlas?
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course I reacted badly. So would anyone.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're devil worshippers.
Devil worshippers.
They're making demons appear. They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up, then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas.
Any mirror. You can't get rid of them. They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
You still see them?
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying. And then I realise I'm her. I'm not me anymore. I'm her. I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Notice that's the second time a door just opened by itself in response to something. The first time was when we were talking to the dad, and he made a joke that the house was haunted. We didn't investigate any further. That's the second... I mean, it's not just the wind, that's just the second time a door's just opened in the middle of a conversation. So, yeah. Thanks for watching the video. I'd very much appreciate if you take a moment to consider donating to my Patreon, which I am using to try and make this more of a livelihood, not just for missed game videos, but little games to make my own time, and to bring different types of videos to the channel. You can find the link for my Patreon in the description below, or in the video obviously. If you'd be interested in seeing me recording gameplay videos and doing other things live, I stream quite regularly and record almost all my gameplay over at a site called Hitbox TV on my channel. You can also see that in the video currently. Hope you enjoyed the video, and adieu.